Hi, welcome to FedScoop TV. I'm Billy Mitchell, Managing Editor of FedScoop. Today I'm here with Shaun Bierweiler, Vice President of Public Sector for Hortonworks. Shaun, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing fantastic. Shaun, we asked you here today to talk a little bit about what you guys at Hortonworks are doing with open source and how that's impacting the federal mission space. You know, we're recognizing that data has become more of a renewable natural resource in the digital economy. So first off, I wanted to ask you right off the bat, how is data processing landscape changing from traditional data warehouses to more contemporary platforms?
Yeah, it's been a real exciting evolution when you think about data. Data has changed in terms of structure and size and scope. You think about legacy, it was very predictable. You had things that were structured, names, addresses, things that were easily predictable and that you knew how it was going in and how it was taking it out. Fast forward to today, and data is as unique as you can imagine. You have data coming in different sizes and formats, pictures, videos, medical data, sensor data. Coupled with that, the volume is just increasing exponentially. So, in the past, it was very predictable the pace that was going to be the amount of data on your system, and now you've got various publishers and sensors and producers, and the evolution of Internet of Things is only going to compound that even further.
Sure.
Lastly, I'd say the expectations, right? The mission has changed. As you mentioned, data is the new king. It's the new expectation, and so the processing capacity and the use cases for data has evolved significantly.
Yeah. So Shaun, how are public sector institutions benefiting from big data and other things like artificial intelligence solutions to perform their mission more effectively?
So the insight and intelligence that users are obtaining through the data it's really astonishing. And you hear users complain about drowning in data. And when you think about the technology that's enabling users to see finished products of analytics or algorithms, they're able to really focus in on what they bring in value to the mission. And so to be able to try to take that insight through human capital, it takes quite a bit of time and often never gets completed. And so it really enables the art of the possible.
Yeah. And then thinking back on the open source, what really are the benefits and then those challenges for open source solutions when you look at the big data?
Yeah, I mean, the benefits are as wide and numerous as the uses of data. And so when you think about the benefits, really flexibility and choice. We've talked about the emergence of different sources of data and different use cases for data. And if you look at a legacy proprietary solution, you're going to have a very narrow window of the capabilities that you're going to be able to support. You're going to be at the mercy of that vendor's requirements and at that mercy's development cycle. And so what open source gives you is it gives you the flexibility of choice. It gives you the ability to harness the evolution of the community and to bring it into a way that's really going to maximize your value. Most importantly, I think it gives our users the flexibility of their requirements driving the mission, their requirements driving the solution rather than the solution limitations driving the mission.
That makes sense.
From a challenges perspective, I think it's the ability to take all of that power and to consume it in an enterprise consumable fashion. And so that's where you get into the difference between free and open source and enterprise open source. Yeah. And so I think it's really important for our customers to have an enterprise partner like Hortonworks that's able to take the power of the project and the community to certify it, to test it, to productize it in such a way that they're able to take all of the good of the open source with the predictability and security of a product.
Yeah. And then finally, how are big data services really changing the way that a public sector enterprise needs to rethink plans for the future where they might store and potentially analyze those big data sets?
Yeah, so I mentioned earlier how technology should enable the mission and giving you the flexibility of choice. And I think cloud and those services are just another way in which the technical advancements are giving our users the freedom and flexibility of choice. They're able to plan for the future as opposed to planning for yesterday's and today's requirements. Yeah. And so it's a new consumption model. It's a additional feather in their cap, and it really gives them the ability to do what's programmatically, technically, and mission-driven, what's right for them.
Yeah. All right, Shaun, thanks for joining us. That's all the questions I have for you today, but it's been a pleasure chatting.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
I'm Billy Mitchell of FedScoop TV. Thanks for watching.